Hey guys. So we've been doing a lot of 10Q stuff recently, or some 10Q stuff. And so we're going to now look at some 5Q stuff as it were compared to 10Q. What's the difference, right? What do we do more? So let's see what happens. I'm playing as a 3Q here against a 4Q, but I'm just saying 5Q-ish level. And yeah. Okay, so let's take a look. I'm white. 10Q, 5Q, 1 down, all the same so far. Just style, no problem. Now, if this was a 3 down video, we'd be having discussions, A versus B. When C, should we be pinching? That's a lot of deep stuff. Styles come into play, strategies. But 5Q? Oh, what's the problem? No problem at all. Just subtle. So one thing you need to start doing when you get up, now we're in 5Q range, we're getting a handle on things, is recognizing his moves. What do they do? Is there something fishy about them? So, for instance, if he plays this way, we recognize it as, okay, he is disturbing us. And we make a decision whether to respond or not. At 10Q level, just respond. 5Q level, let's just respond. 3 down level, what in the heck are we responding for? There's not even a reason. So all different. Okay. If he plays here, well, that's a little funny. He went side instead of corner. He didn't attack me. So I don't need to respond, but I may choose to respond. On this board, he plays this way. Okay, not an attack. And if we kick, he gets a proper extension, which we're not necessarily against, but that's all advanced. So what we do as 5Q is recognize he didn't attack us, we're fine. You're going to try to stay away from the 10Q stuff like, oh, I better save my corner. That's nothing. That's not a thing. Oh, I better, the right is looking big. I don't want him to double pinch me. Something like this. So instead we recognize I'm not attacked. I can now go to a new area. And we recognize not the bottom. It's the narrowest and least interesting. Black has a low stable group there. Not exactly, but we're going to call it low stable group. It's just, playing here. It's not, yeah, that's not 5Q. That's maybe 10Q. 10Q, it's a perfectly fine move. You'll win all your games, but it's not a great move. Okay. So we just go to the next place. And they're both fine. Whatever you want to do. Of course, this is playing inside Black's area, and this is playing on White's side, the easier side. But they're both perfectly fine. Okay, we continue. It's not easy for people. It's not easy for me. So in both cases, 10Q, 5Q, 3 Dawn, we're in the habit of doing this. We're learning whatever level we're at there, 10Q, 5Q, 3 Dawn. We're learning more and more about we're okay here. I recently, well, in the last 2 years, spent some time with pros with this move. What's it mean? When do you do it? Once you do it, how do you feel about the group? What should you do with your group? So a lot of questions there. Okay, so we play here, whichever level we're talking about. Okay, things are obvious now. As 10Q, I'm not sure what 10Qs think here, but at 5Q, you should know my A group is my main group. My B stone, he's just extra. And I suggest at the 5Q level that you just get your main group, boom, boom, I'm out. Is there a problem with this? No. Our main group is doing very well. Once you get into the dons, you can start thinking, should I be fighting here? Let's do some readout. Let's reach into a pretty good bucket of experience and make a decision. Well, 10Q, no way. You have no buckets. And if you did, they're not full of anything. At 5Q, you're learning how to do this. So just straightforward here. Now what? I find these, just like he's quite difficult. It's one thing to know them. It's another to say, well, I don't know what to do. What should I do? It's a good question. Pardon me. So let's look at a few ideas. Let's start with 10Q. We're going to defend our A group. Which black group is weaker, B or C? B's weaker. Great. Let's run out. Ooh, getting safe. What's next? Well, we recognize that this is a very powerful move against a single white stone. So no, that's no good. Let's do that again. Okay, we're pretty out. Starting to feel good. And we notice that we don't like this. Black, this is an awfully good move for black. So we're deciding to hit the open skirt, which happens to be in good relationship with the corner. Hey, this is all making sense. That can be, is there something about that that's not 10Q? I don't know. It's a good 5Q for sure. I think it's a good one done. What if you look at this and you say you're 10Q, right? And you're saying, I don't know that much. I'm still concerned about my group. Well, how about come out the other side? And at this point, you should be thinking, I'm starting to feel good about my group. It's a fine way to play. You're controlling the center. You've got points in the center already. You can't be hurt. Next, we can play against black on top anywhere around A, play against black on the left anywhere around B. There's no problems. It's a good, rational way to play. Don't worry about what's best, what's right and wrong. Just get your groups where you feel comfortable. Okay. I honestly don't know the right way to play here, but I do know how we can form a rational path according to our discernment, right? I'm discerning my A group is weak. Okay. So let's look at what I did, which I do not think is correct. Okay? I think that's important. I do not think I know how to play this correctly. But let's notice my A group is out. He cannot surround me. To me, that's an important piece of information. If that's true, then why am I getting out? That bothers me. Now, maybe there's an excellent reason. This is the reason you get out. Okay? But at this point, if he, ooh, I'm surrounding you. No, you're not. I'm out. He simply cannot surround me. Am I settled? No. Okay, well, we go through our checklist. I think I'll run to the corner. Really? I mean, nothing's working there for you. As a matter of fact, you don't even have an eye there. That's not. So we don't say corner first. We say corner first if it works well. This doesn't work at all. Yeah, so I don't want to go corner. Okay, I'll go side. That's as far as I can go. That's not side. Well, then I'll go center. You're already in the center. Ah, so in my experience, that means half move help. We're going to help our A group from a distance. Let's look at the different ways of doing that. Now, at this point, I'm realizing I'm way off the 5Q path here, but I can't stop myself, so we're going to keep going. I'm going to change the bottom left so that it's basic Shamari. And now we're going to help our A group from a distance. This hurts black. Therefore, black is going to have a much harder time attacking this because he's weak. So we help from a distance, and we got a fantastic move in. Gosh, I'll play that every day of the week. This time, we're going to put our Shamari up on top and say, I'm going to threaten this A stone getting out. So if you start attacking me, you got that hanging over your head, right? Uh-oh, something can start happening. Those are examples of half move helps. Well, in this position, this is not I don't have points on the left. I'm not creating more. Yeah, I'm getting some profit, invisible profit on the left. Granted, it's not a horrible idea, but it's not particularly interesting either. Okay? So where's our half move help? In place already, the D stone. Oh, so we play the vital point. This helps our A group because black, well, first of all, his corner's near death. I mean, that's something of an exaggeration, but it obviously disturbs his corner. And it's a big step in getting out, which hurts the B group. And it's a classic vital point for this shape, which reaches into my bucket, which is not a 5Q bucket. So again, I know I'm off track here. I just can't control myself. Okay, so I start here. Now, back to the 5Q. If you get lost here, game's going to be over. What does getting lost look like? I forgot to defend my A group. This whole thing has to be about your A group. It's not about the B group. It's not about killing his corner. It's about defending your A group. Okay. So with that in mind, we move forward. Boom. Okay, out. All good so far. Okay, out. Ooh, we're liking this. We can net at A now. Talk about help. Okay, back to the corner situation. I don't have a problem thinking this is 5Q. Just make sure you know what group is what. And we are pretty much committed to 2 groups now. But we have 2 weak groups. He has 3 weak groups. So it's not like there's trouble. Yeah, we know this one. Yep. Okay. What do we do as 5Q? We're concerned. Black is building up some thickness around our A group. He's getting close to it being, I mean, things have changed here. It's a little easier to surround us. Although his B group is not alive, right? Just one eye in the corner. So what do we do? Well, we have to recognize. If your 10Q might not won't recognize this, 5Q should. There's a snapback shape here. That's a really excellent way of disturbing white's top area. So you have to remove that, which hurts his center. What I said earlier, as 5Q, you have to start being aware when your opponent's moves are strange and fishy. And here we go, what? I don't get that. He's trying to kill us? I'm sorry, that's irrational. He can't kill us. Okay. So what do? We look at the 2 groups. Which one needs more help? I'm thinking, let's go after the corner, which helps both our groups at once. Can a 5Q read this out? I don't know. This part, there's an invisible black stone right there. He can put it in anytime he wants. Yeah, we're dying here. So, Atari. This is excellent for our A group, right? We got an honest to goodness eye. Is that in Sente? Yes, it was. And go for the kill. No, I don't think that's 5Q. Let's go back. From here, let's do 10Q. Oh, are you joking? Get your group out immediately. Out. We got out of that one. Black comes out. And the 10Q should recognize that group is only one eye. So let's get that group out. Take care of your groups. This is 10Q. And it's 1 dan also. Very basic. Maybe I'm getting lost 10Q, 5Q right now. But I look and I go, I got time to kill him. I'll just kill his corner, right? Okay, yeah, but I don't need to kill. He needs to live. So it's a flower co. You guys, in the old days, everyone knew flower co. Nowadays, some people call it a picnic co. And it's a pretty big deal. I mean, it's a co. We bother to mention it because it means something for someone. In this case, a group's going to die. If it was a half point in game, we wouldn't even be talking about it. So the idea that we're saying co means something's at risk. What's white risking? Nothing. What's black risking? I don't know. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 8, 22, 30 points. We like that. We risk nothing. He risks 30. So we take threat, no problem. Out we come. Now, if you're 10Q, I say don't get cut. If you're 5Q, you realize he can't cut me. If he does, I'm out anyway. I'm out. If you're one done, read it out. It's not a problem. Okay, so I went here. He can't cut me. He didn't get an extra eye. So something about 5Q that wouldn't follow that. If the 5Q was in the habit of little 2-move readouts all the time, kill the eye. As 10Q, you don't need to kill. No one needs to kill. Anyway, we kill. There's just one eye, so we get out. Save, of course. Save, of course. Here. This is cut, right? Atari, which is actually what he does. We're playing here, but we can get cut. If you're 10Q, don't do that. If you're 10Q, play here. Play here. Yeah, play basic if you're 10Q. 5Q, we know that this bothers black center tremendously. He's down to 4 liberties with no eyes. This is a serious attack. But it's a matter of discernment and judgment, right? So you, as 5Q, they're all fine, whatever you decide. But don't decide, oh, I better get a second eye. No. Make sure it's a getting out move. If it's Atari, okay. He can't save, right? Boom, Atari, kill. Okay, so we can't save. And now you're either out or you can get a second eye. Okay. But still, this is not a getting out move. And that's the basic thing you should remember is 5Qs. Get out. Don't get surrounded. So this is me saying I'm getting out. Yeah, you can cut me. I want you to. Please cut me. Thank you. All right. Now that's a real lie. He can't save. All right. Okay. Whatever level you are, don't Atari unless you have to, which we don't have to. Why don't we Atari? Because if you just get out and he goes to kill, saving the stone is huge. Don't force him to take this magnificent stone. Make him do it. Make him use a whole turn. So he comes out we go. Now we can live anytime we want. 2 eyes. 5Q should know that. 10Q, just get out. So I can live, I can get out, I can do so many things. Let's go to the other side. 10Q is not going to know that. 10Q, how about get out? Great, strong, meaningful. Black better take right now. there's going to be trouble. And then the 10Q should be looking at his A group. This is the thing you need to train yourself. Look at your groups. Will the 10Q know that B's a real eye, no matter what black does? It's a real eye. Yeah, why not? That's not a hard read. Maybe for 10Q it's hard, I don't know. But it's totally doable. And he should be getting in the habit of reading at important times. So is it an eye or is it not an eye? He should know that. So one eye and running, and will he see the other eye? A 5Q, absolutely. You better. You better. Okay. But I look and it's like I'm alive and I'm out. I mean, I can get a second eye and I'm out. So all done. Now, I got in a little bit of trouble here, but the higher you get in the dawns, the more willing you are to dance on that line. I've got one liberty. I'll be fine. That's a dangerous thing to say. In the wrong hands, that's death. Okay, so I come over here. Okay, out. Yep, out. Sure. Let's do it this way. Lots of ways of doing it. Is there a problem with this? I don't think so. Okay, let's cut. Black has weaknesses all over the place. So the idea of black going for to kill white here is just unreasonable. Okay. This is going to be a difficult spot for a 10Q. What should I do? Should I, looks to me as 10Q, black's about to make his B group alive, but I want to kill it. Drop your desires to kill something. That's not on the list anywhere. Don't kill. What's next? Oh, he's about to take my eye at C. Okay, that's not the thing to think about. Well, what should I be thinking about? Your A group. If you're out, everything's fine. I didn't get out. I'm walking that line. If a 5Q did this, I think I'd scold him. I'd say, why don't you just get out? Black has troubles everywhere. You have no troubles. You know, even as a strong player, this might be an error. Too focused on one area, too focused on killing. On the other hand, black has so few liberties. Okay. We were walking the line. We're now in a spot with difficult reading. So we start reading. Tari, oh God, everything of his lived when it was dead. So I guess I better save. I better save. Gosh, I so know the feeling. So since I walked the line, we're in a more complex situation, which is why when you, even 5Q, don't walk the line. Play strong, don't get in these difficult spots. So I don't know what level you'll start to realize that Atari. Nothing's dying of yours, especially if you had taken a moment to get out. Now, that takes some maneuvering. One of you watching will say, that's a simple readout. Great. It actually wasn't for me. I had to do it 2 or 3 times and go, let me double check, because if I'm wrong, I'm dead. Okay, I'm fine. It wasn't hard, but it wasn't easy either. So anyway, I got out. A 5Q might play here. I liked it because it really spoke to this move. Oh, the A and the B are really working together here. I like it. Versus here. Okay. Kind of slow. How about here? Okay. Feels better. How about here? Well, just a second. Let me read it out. But he just cuts. Well, you're not trying to kill something. You're out so easy. And besides, it all dies anyway. So maybe one thing I would want to say is being 10Q is fine. But what you don't want to do is start playing weird little tiny moves that don't help your group. I mean, who would play that way, right? Get out to the rest of the board, not in, oh, but I'm going to the corner. You just get stopped. So if you're this kind of 10Q, don't worry about it. Your game's going to open up just fine. But if you're this kind of 10Q, you'll be there for years. I knew a guy, we're going back 40 years. He'd been 6Q for 30 years. He played horrible. He couldn't get better. It's the strangest thing. Okay, so we've looked at an awful lot of stuff and a lot of perspectives and who should be thinking what way, and that's all good and fine, but let's just kind of walk through this a little bit, see if there's anything particularly interesting. We're here, black plate here. Save Atari. Now, I should have said Atari, which gets me out, but I just put a stone down without thinking. And here I got a little bit close too. Kill those guys, which you shouldn't do because they're unimportant stones. They're relatively unimportant stones. But I killed them, just obviously I wasn't playing great here. Okay, I'm down to one eye. Get out. And right around here, I'm thinking, I could get in trouble. Maybe I shouldn't have walked that line so sharply. But no problem. 2 eyes. Thank you very much. That's as far as we need to see here. So I'm hoping that this idea that you can be a rational 10Q. And if you're 5Q, don't get too lost in fun fighting. Now that you have some muscles, you want to go fight. We'll just try to keep it rational. I guess that's it. Because if that's not it, we're going to be here another hour on this game. So we'll stop there. Okay, guys.